All right, Shalom, first and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak, Wadash, for the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakathum. And this is going to be a real quick lesson, quick hit. You see the title here. It says, Billionaires segregate themselves on luxury private islands as ordinary people told they can't travel. Now, one of the reasons why I bring that up, man, because all the news coming out this week, we really about to get out of here, man. And now is not the time to be discouraged. A lot of times you see these guys are winning. In the news, you got guys like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, uh, the guy Jeff Bezos. They're all getting billions upon billions of dollars. All right, and meanwhile, all hell's breaking loose. In the lower class, because there really is no more middle class, and these guys are living it up, man. And as chaos and riots ensue, it looks like they're gonna get away. All right, because they got the money, why, to buy islands, to go underground, to go out in outer space. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they own companies that allow them to go to outer space. You know, so uh, from all sides, man, it looks like this guy's gonna prosper. But the Most High is about to upset this whole thing. This is part of that pride being brought down, man. You know, and it says here news that billionaire Google co-founder Larry Page has been hiding out on and buying isolated private islands in Fiji to avoid tourists who aren't allowed, and once again underscores how the elite is using the fallout from the pandemic to segregate themselves from the general public. All right, because ultimately, man, that's what's getting ready to happen. They already know all hell's getting ready to break loose, so they're setting up, you know, the infrastructure now. They're probably moving all their supplies to these different remote areas. These private islands that nobody can get to, guarded with security and like I said, underground bunkers and all this other stuff that we know that these elites are into. It says Page has been living off grid for over a year and forced a state-owned news website to remove an article about his activities that was also delisted by Google in an apparent effort to conceal his location. So this guy doesn't want to be found, man. And that's how those Rothschilds have been operating for all of these years, man. They don't want themselves in the news. You don't really know where they dwell, where they hang out at. But we know whatever they're doing, it's absolutely evil and wicked, you know because the scriptures wrote about these guys. It says he has spent months in Fiji during the coronavirus pandemic, mostly on the island of Tavarua, Salakia, and it has been rumored that the billionaire has bought at least one island in the country's Mamanuca archipelago. All right, and so Fiji is an archipelago of islands. The archipelago is basically like a whole bunch of like tiny little islands that basically consist of one region. They're just like tiny little islands spread out across from one another. Um, and Page, who has a net worth of 117 billion, making him the sixth wealthiest person in the world, was able to take advantage of Fiji's Blue Lane program, which lets the super wealthy visit the archipelago on their super yachts and private jets, even when other travelers were banned. All right, so the country of Fiji, y'all can get judged too. You Japhites, all right, because y'all are in cahoots with Esau. Y'all take his money. Y'all gonna try to hide him out in those different places, but it's not gonna come to anything. Look at this. America's biggest owner of farmland is now Bill Gates. All right, so they're taking over food. You look at this and you just be like, damn, man, was there anything that they not gonna get their hands on? You know, but it's all good though. This is Job 27:16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. All right, so this is all part of the plan, man. You got a saying in the world called trust the process. And the Most High has a process, man. All right, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, stay faithful in this thing, because it can be upsetting knowing when you dwell on the paradise and the level of rulership that we're supposed to be in, and then you look at where we are, man. It's the lowest of the low, you know. Now, yeah, there are certain countries that live way worse than us in America, but ultimately, man, for who we are, man, this is worse. All right, because we know where we're supposed to be, and we know what the Most High really has in store for us, and we know that the guy that's in rulership right now has no business ruling. You know, although the Most High did give him his allotted time, you know, we hasten for the day that day is up, because if this guy continues, man, the whole earth is going to be destroyed. You know, and that's just facts. But billionaires also exploited the pandemic to snuff out their remaining competition and create even more centralized monopolies. So when this second lockdown thing happens, man, that's a wrap, man. Y'all, the shit ain't coming back. 2/3 of small businesses was wiped out in the first one. All right, and then the rest of them that did survive, all right, they're barely struggling. They're barely coming, hanging on. They had to take out major loans to float themselves, and so they're heavily leveraged in debt right now. They're just praying nothing else shuts down. When this thing shuts down again, and it will, you're going to see people in the streets, man. All right, in the streets, and because Amazon and all these other companies, Apple, Microsoft, Walmart, Google, they all have the power. BlackRock, the BlackRock, Vanguard, these fund managers of on Wall Street that control something like 30% of all real estate. They're about to start locking everything down, man. Buying up everything for the cheap. All right, it says worldwide, the combined wealth of the world's 10 richest men rose by $540 billion during the first year of the pandemic, including Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, who saw his personal wealth grow by 86 billion dollars as Amazon shares soared. All right, now a lot of this is in stock, stock ownership of the companies that they run, you know. But it's sickening, man. And the Most High is getting ready to do a mighty, mighty work, man. So you Akim just gotta hold on. This is the last precept I'll get. This is Proverbs 24:19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men." All right, because it's gonna look like they're winning. They have the money to set up these camps, these detainment areas, without coming anywhere close to breaking the bank, setting up these FEMA regions. All right, and they can do it under the guise of the media. They can just they own the media, so they can just have the media not cover it to a certain degree. But you got alternative media, and you got us, men of the Lord willing, I be of the elect, pushing out this alternative news out there, as watchmen. But ultimately, the mainstream, the masses of the people, man, they're not gonna see this thing, because the elites, they have the power to block this, and these are evil men. All right, it's gonna look like damn, they're about to win this thing, But it says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked." So don't be envious of this, man, because what they got, building all these skyscrapers, these remote islands that they're in, these super yachts, and hey, that man, that's not even comparable to what we're about to get in the kingdom. All right, not even close. All right, we just gotta hold fast, man, and that day is fast approaching. All right, we saw the news of the what that they're gonna put in your right hand, or forehead. All right, to help detect the other what. All right, and all the other camps, they laughed at it, man. But now that's news now. All right, and just as quickly as he started pushing out this snake fluid on people, he can start pushing this out in the next several months. Okay, and once he tries to touch the elect with this, man, the Most High is gonna make a move. You're gonna see chariots, brothers getting spiritual powers. The countenance of animals are gonna change. All types of miracles are gonna start taking place. All kind of signs in the heavens. All right, all of these things. Okay, so we're almost out of here, bro. So just y'all brothers hold fast, man. Now is not the time to slack. Now it's the time to be more diligent than ever. Fast if you need to. The Day of Atonement's coming up. You know, as Apostle Tahar would say, it's not technically required, but man, we all should be doing the Day of Atonement, man. We should be fasting and hastening the day to get the hell out of here because uh, we don't want to be here another year, man. I pray this is the last winter in this place. All right, so with that, hopefully your brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ahashem Rachak Wadash, Wa Abba Babal, and Shalom.